Ladies and gentlemen, in the corner of the streamingsportstalk.com studios, standing 6'7" tall and weighing in at 267 pounds of solid muscle, it's time for the Ready to Rumble Show with your hosts, the Rottweiler, Big Jeff Woods.
Hey, world out there, sports fans all over the world. Hey, how is your boy in Cleveland, Ohio, Mr. Cleveland, Ohio himself, Big Jeff Woods, the Rottweiler, coming at you again with heavy punches to the chin from the 5-star beautiful city of Cleveland, Ohio. Today is an action-packed day. We have so much coming at you today. Matter of fact, we're doing the life and the time of Emmanuel Stewart. Then we're doing a live Team Mayweather report with the Team Mayweather boxer, Douglas Tortino, light heavyweight and super middleweight boxer. Also, we're at the Zelma George Boxing Center here in Cleveland, Ohio, in the Kinsman Martin Luther King area. That's Ward 4, Cleveland, Ohio. We caught 4-1. We caught 4 gyms. We're showcasing Corey's Boxing Gym, Thurgood Marshall's Boxing Gym, and all Empire's Boxing Gym, and Zelma Boxing Gym themselves, Zelma George Boxing Gym, Cleveland, Ohio, on the east side, okay? So sit back today and enjoy the show. Also, we have live phone calls coming also from Las Vegas, the state of Georgia, and right outside Polo Red, Max Woods, my son. Here we call him today also. We hold him in-depth conversations, and there are lots of photos. So sit back and enjoy the show. And like I said, there's nothing but hard punch to the chin, so we might as well get started. Bless the day with the punch power, because the power of the gloves. We're going to kiss the blue gloves for young men for heavy punch to the chin, and also the pink gloves for the women and the young ladies for heavy punch to the chin. And number 1, the heavy men to hold heavy punch to the chin. You'll also, here's a sneak preview of my new sparring partner from Roanoke, Virginia, my own personal sparring partner, and his name is the Thunder from Roanoke, Virginia, Romeo Wood. And he's a good guy. There's Morton there, and he's my sparring partner there, and he's on my Ready to Rumble sports page. And I have my own sports page called Ready to Rumble. So, matter of fact, let's get started today. We're going to go right to Zelma George, where I met with the trainers there. We had 4 trainers. We had Ray Gray. We also had Romeo Corner, who had Ray Austin. He was a trainer up there. Then we have Daryl Mercer. He was a great trainer up there at Zelma George. I met there. And I met Coach Dave from Corey's Boxing Gym. He was there. And I met an array of fighters, even a female fighter there. So we'll start off naming these fighters, okay? So let's get started. On my trip to Zelma George, we're in the 4th Ward with their councilman, Ken Johnson. He's a great councilman there and politician there. Area of Cleveland, Ohio, on Kinsman Road and the Martin King Drive. We met with the Daryl Mercer, and hold on, the phone rang, it's ringing. Okay, this is Jeff Woods, Rottweiler. Hello, who I'm talking to here?
Marcus.
Hey, Mackie, Polo Red, what's happening? Are you doing all right?
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Okay, boxing's alive again. Cleveland, we got the whole town buzzing with the boxing fever, okay? We were, as a matter of fact, we were from the west side over here. We always stopped by the, on 65th and Lorraine. We stopped there at Michael J. Zone. They're doing some good boxing there. Then we were at Cadell's on West 98th. They're doing boxing great over there on the West 98th area. And we also went right there on Myers, 25th and Myers, at the Cleveland's West Side Boxing Gym. So boxing is alive. You're going to eat both sides of the border, east side and west side of Cleveland, Ohio. You understand me? So you been okay, Polo Red?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, how was your trip to Chicago, Illinois?
Oh, it was real nice.
Okay.
Expensive.
Okay, you like the Ready to Rumble show?
Yeah, I've been watching.
Okay, the radio show was a great show, and saying it's about the whole family, the husband, the wife, and the children also. It was a great family. It's a clean. We keep it clean. You know, everything is positive, and it's really, we got great words out for the youth. Then we look out for the college students, and then we speak to the Christians of their belief of choice. So, matter of fact, what's the name when I was at the Zelma George, and I caught a 4-1. I caught all 4 boxing gyms there. I caught Corey's, and I caught Empire, and I also caught Thurgood Marshall. That's when I was with Pal Free, was my former trainer and coach, Forrest Caldwell. He's the greatest, you know. He taught me everything I knew. Matter of fact, I got my own sparring partner now who came from Roanoke, Virginia. And that's Rob Morton. He's the Thunder from Virginia. I'm throwing heavy stuff now. I don't wear a headgear anymore. I'm throwing some electrifying stuff, coming real mean at him. And it's on my Facebook page, also on the Ready to Rumble page. You know what I'm saying? It's the talk of the town. I am truly now the new sensation in heavyweight boxing, and I'm living up to my name, the Rottweiler. If you just push play now, you see I'm throwing heavy punches coming at you lightning speed. Maybe like a welterweight. You understand? Have you checked out Polo Red? Have you seen it yet? The new sparring
see
session. Okay, check out that new sparring session I got up there on the market. It's something to bite into for the fans. If you really want to see some heavy punches coming at lightning speed, I got it for you. Okay, so let's go right now to Zelma George. Okay, and to all my fans out there, make sure to go to the Ready Rumble page and check it out. It's a hot video and my own personal sparring partner. I don't have to mess around. I call them to, can I get some sparring? If there's anyone that wants to spar with me, anyone that's not nervous, you know what I'm saying? The state of Virginia has really blessed me. Well, no, they sent me my own sparring partner. That's Big Rob Morton. He's 6'5", 265. He's the Virginia Thunder. And if you watch the play there, you know, I'm bringing what we need, that Cleveland, Ohio Rottweiler style aim. It's kind of heavy. I'm bringing real heavy stuff to him.
Who's this guy on the phone here, man, with the blue gloves on? He looks like he can throw a few punches.
Yeah, this is Polo Red, Marcus Wood. He's a heavy guy too. You know, he's a light heavy, super middleweight there. He's good. That's him. This is him on the phone I'm talking to direct. He's in Cleveland's west side there, the Denison area. John Marshall is in the house. And that young guy, he's been to John Marshall. He's went to community college. And you okay, Polo?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so yeah, everything is smooth now. The video is out there. I'm fighting. I'm living up to my name, the Rottweiler, and it's really tough. Just get a look, give a brush over, check it out. There's real something to bite into. And I'm going to take us right back now to my visit to Zelma George. Matter of fact, I met a lot of the youth there. They were great. Matter of fact, I met the 16-year-old Derek there. He was there from he fought for Empire. Then I met the 15-year-old Nigel King. Nigel King is a good young man. He has a hopeful future in boxing. Nigel King, he's great. And I met also from Corey's boxing gym, 14-year-old Freed. Freed is good. Freed is a great one. He's promising in his future in boxing. And then I met 24-year-old Hernandez. He is great. Hernandez is great. He's a Hispanic boxer. He's just what we need there. He might take the place of Jose Rivera from Cleveland, Ohio. You know. And then we met a female boxer. Her name was Kaya. She's 17 years old, and she's at the 152 pound. And she was also there at Zelma George. And her trainers are Romeo Corner. We all know the great Romeo Corner from the Ray Austin and before they had Daryl Johnston. So he's a great boxing trainer, Romeo Connor there at the Zelma George gym there. And then we also met a 13-year-old John Collette. John is real smooth. He's with his boxing trainer, Daryl Mercer. Now, me and Daryl Mercer, matter of fact, were on the same team. We were PAL 3 under the great coach of Forrest Caldwell. We both became with first place. We got our golden gloves. We were great there. Daryl Mercer's a great heavy puncher to the chin. He's a heavyweight also. You know, it's great to see him there at Zelma George. He's training and he's doing a great job up there. So I really had a great time and a great interview there at the Zelma George to run to a 4-1, 4 boxing teams at one time. Then I have also 22-year-old William Fino. He's 141 pounds. He's a great heavy puncher. He throws mean, heavy shots too. You watch out for his stuff. He'll knock you out. And he's great too, you know. And then who else? I met Big Mike. Big Mike was a young man, a heavyweight there, getting in great shape. He's they call him Big Mike. He was a great guy. And then we also met the 13-year-old, Michael Tyson. Michael Tyson was a great guy up there at the Zelma George, and there was with the Empire Boxing, Corey's Boxing, Thurgood Marshall Boxing, and Zelma George themselves. And, you know, we caught they were skating there. There's a lot going on there at the Zelma George Center there on Kinsman Road and Martin King Drive. And that was, for the elderly people, they were getting in shape, exercising. And for the youth, they had the skating ring with the music and the concession stand with popcorn and cotton candy. It was such a heavy place to be that day when I was there. There was so much boxing. You could feel the surge of power in the air. So boxing is alive in the city of Cleveland, Ohio. And I'm glad I made my trip to Zelma George, you know. As a matter of fact, when we speak of trainers there, when I had with Forrest Caldwell, he taught me, according to what's happening now with my boxing skills, you know, I'm a tall fighter, I'm real quick, agile, I'm not, you know, have the hand speed of Bernell Whitaker, I'm electrifying, I go to the body, to the head, and I'm real vicious on my attack with my tenacity. So, matter of fact, we're going to get out of here, and I think I got another call. Who's calling here? Can I get in? Welcome to Ready Rumble Show. Who's on the mic? Okay. So,
it's Mackie.
Mackie, still there, Mackie?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so boxing is good, man. Okay, and matter of fact, you know, we took the picture of the real Rottweiler for your next door neighbor there, the guy Jeff, remember?
Yeah.
Okay, so your boxing is good, and you know what I'm saying, your brother Mike is there, everyone's good there. Matter of fact, we're all militarians. I was in the Navy, Mike was in the Army there over in Somalia, so we all are veterans of the Armed Forces of America, so you know, everything's great. I'm glad you all had a great trip in Chicago, okay? So be free to call anytime, any Sunday, okay, from 8 to 9, okay, Polo Red, Marcus, all right? Just call in anytime, and I'm glad you called in. I'm glad you like the Ready Rumble Show, understand? But make sure to check out my new hot steaming sparring partner, the sponsors I'm putting down, and matter of fact, it'll be on TV's 20. Cleveland's TV's 20 was showing on their Inside Sports with Kenyon Patterson. So if you don't catch it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you can catch it on TV 20 from the Cleveland's the Mayor Station, Time Warner, okay? So take it easy and hit me back anytime, all right, my man? See you later. All right, goodbye later. Yep.
That's all.
Okay. So now, my boxing fans, back at you again. We're going to go right back because I'm still not finished about the exciting time that I had at Zelma, George, in the Martin King, Kinsman Road area there. Many of us know it's Kinsman County there. So,
who's this lady over here at Zelma, George, with the gloves on?
That's the 17-year-old. Her name is Kaya. She's 17 years old, and she's 152 pounds, and she's under the coach Romeo Connor. Her coach is Romeo Connor, and she's good. She knew her skills. They were great. We actually happened to watch her work the heavy bag, and we seen she had great fundamentals, the jab, the 1-2, the way she moved around. The footwork was great. She was great. She was a great young boxer, female, and she's promising. She could be good.
What you think when you seen the Rottweiler come walking in there?
Okay, Matt, they were happy I showed up because they knew I was coming with the Ready to Rumble show. And, we throw heavy punch to the chin, and it was a show for everybody, the men, the women, and even the young guys. And, and it was a show that everyone could get showcased on. You get a good build up. We watch you. We pay attention, and we let sure that you are promising, and you will be a prospect to be a winner, a winner and get plenty of trophies, and also a promising career and professional if you choose to go that way. It would always be that option because, we take time here to really spotlight the fighters and give them great build up here, and we watch them and we learn from them, and they also, can learn from us, because we were all once amateurs coming up, and we gold medals and trophies and everything, and that's why I'm really glad that my former coach there, Course Cardwell there is still there up there at the Zelma, George, because we went far. We made it, like I said, to the 96 team, and we were matter of fact, me and the trainer Durham Mercer were on that team with him, with Julian Buford, Hurricane James Walton. We were all there on that team there with Forrest Caldwell and the Power 3 when it was in the bar race, 55th and Union and Broadway. We were all there, heavy punchers then for Forrest Caldwell. Matter of fact, I'm like so to give a lot of shots out to the pros that I sparred with when I was an amateur that they did the same thing that I'm doing with the amateur. Matter of fact, I'm so glad I have my own heavyweight, just a professional sparring partner where I don't have to hold back my punches, and I can really live to my name as a Rottweiler, because you just can't take it. We wouldn't want to just take advantage of just throw a lot of right hands on the amateurs, because the amateurs are opposed to there's a learning process for the amateurs. You don't really want to just keep the abuse and just throw a lot of right hands because damage could happen. So it didn't happen to me when I was an amateur. The pros didn't take advantage of me. It was a learning process. That's why I'm as good as I am. If you just push play, we get tired of seeing muscle guys just holding gloves and guys showing muscles and mean faces. Can we push play and see a guy actually throw his punches at a man his size? And that's what I brought to you in my new video with my own personal.
So where do the fans have to go to see this video, Rottweiler?
We've already constructed a Ready to Rumble page on the Facebook. Go to Ready to Rumble page and just push play. And I've always said you can go straight to my page, Jeff Wood's Facebook page, and push play, or it'll be on TV 20 Time Warner all over the world. And that'll be coming this week here. It'll be on television on the Inside Sports of Cleveland's TV 20. So it's coming at you. It's out there. It's for you to buy into and really see that the Rottweiler style is alive, and there's no more headgear, protective wear from me. I don't need to protect anything because it's time now to see that I'm in my showing, and I'm coming at you with tenacity and quick hand speed and agility. Now I thank the state of Virginia for sending me the Thunder, Virginia's Thunder, Robert Morton. He was 6'5". He's durable. He can take my shots to the chin, and he can take the heavy stuff I throw at him. And he's 6'5", 265 pounds. You should feel, if you've seen the photo there here while I'm doing the interview here, you will see a picture of me standing next to my own personal sparring partner, Robert the Thunder Morton from Roanoke, Virginia. So he's great. But back to when I was an amateur, in my earlier sparring session, it was me and my big man. He's a great guy at Shaker Heights, Ohio. Big Seaway. Seaway's a good guy. And he was only 19, 20 years old. So I was really doing a lot of jabs and moving around with Seaway, just showing excellent boxing skills. I could outbox him that way, just with the jabs and a lot of movement, maybe a couple of right hands, but nothing what you see now in this new stuff I'm bringing up. But Virginia has sent me my own personal professional. I don't have to hold back the right hands. And then I want to thank a lot of the pros that did me the same way that I did with Seaway from Shaker Heights to the amateur. You didn't just try to hit him with a lot of right hands because you knew he was a pro and he was an amateur. And the pros that I sparred with that brought me along, and the reason I'm good as I am now, there's no battle scars on me. My face isn't banged up. I don't have cauliflower ear because they hit me with shouting left hooks or nothing. These are the heavyweights that spar with me, and they brought me on. First
of all, they got to have some pretty long arms to get up there and hit Jeff Woods in the year.
Well, that's when I was an amateur, right? I didn't know what I know now. That's what I'm trying to say. The reason I'm good because I am now because these men brought me on. These men, so I'm about to name these heavy men. These were heavy professional men, and they didn't take advantage of me as an amateur. Jeff Woods, when I was younger, didn't know what I know now. And first, I started with the ESPN heavyweight champ, who was Nick Pappas of Cleveland's West Side. Me and Big Nick went sparring, and Nick showed me along. He didn't take advantage of me as an amateur because I didn't know what I know now. So we give a great shout out to Nick Pappas of Cleveland's West Side, who was ESPN's heavyweight. Then we go to Elijah Dixon. He was great. Eli did not take advantage of me. He taught me on. That's why I'm where I am, because of Elijah Dixon. And also Big Jeff Pegas. Big Jeff Pegas was a great heavyweight professional that sparred with me and didn't take advantage, and that's why I'm great I am today. So we'll be right back here on the Ray Ramos Show, and we'll continue naming other heavyweights that sparred with me when I was an amateur to help me become the Rottweiler I am today.
We're going to Vegas, baby.
We're going to Vegas, and we're going to talk to Team Mayweather, Douglas Artino, the light heavyweight, a super middleweight. And we were Harry Terrell from Canton, Ohio, was a big heavyweight. 6'9". He didn't take advantage of me. He brought me along. And we had Art Man. Big Art Man was a professional heavyweight here in Cleveland, Ohio. Also Leroy Seals. He was a great professional and didn't take advantage of him. That's why I'm good as I am now. And then our own Rodney Harris from Huff Heights, Huff Hardeman Salvation Army. Rodney was a great heavyweight that didn't. He showed me his skills, and that's why I'm good I am. And then we can't forget Honey Boy Cook. Honey Boy Cook got me real slick, and that's why I'm good as I am now. So we'll be right back with Ready Ramos Show. Holla at your boy. I'll be right back at you. Okay, you're back at me on Cleveland, 5-star Booster City of Cleveland, Ohio, on the Radio Rama Show with your host, Big Jeff Woods of Rottweiler. Matter of fact, now we're from Cleveland, Ohio to Las Vegas, Nevada, where Team Mayweather's contender, Douglas Artino. Hey, Douglas, what's happening?
Oh, I'm cool, I'm good.
Okay, welcome to Cleveland, Ohio's Radio Ramos Show. I'm your host, Big Jeff Woods of Rottweiler. I'm a heavyweight boxer myself, and I do my own host my show. And we all follow you, and we all are great fans of Team Mayweather, his whole team. Matter of fact, a few Ohio boxers out there. Sean Porter from Ohio's there, and Sandio Tiger. How you pronounce that? Sandio? Wilkins Santiago. Wilkins Santiago is a part of Team Mayweather. So how you been, Douglas? You okay?
Oh, Douglas, we have been doing good. I've been doing good. Everything is great with me over here.
Okay, matter of fact, you're here from the Eastern Africa. Matter of fact, we know one of your relatives here in Cleveland, Ohio. He's an entertainer here, a music entertainer. He's from Kenyan Africa. There's a Hardstone Derora. He's a good friend of yours, isn't he, Hardstone?
Yeah, I know Hardstone is like my brother, and again, he's a big friend of mine.
Okay, matter of fact, he's the one that turned us on you to Team Mayweather, and then we were right there that you were there, and we're happy that we got you on the show. So you're 32-8 there, huh? Your record?
Yeah, my record, I have got 32 fights and 8 losses, and I'm the current Eastern Central super middleweight champion over there.
Okay, and you fight light, heavy, and super middleweight, right?
Yeah, I do fight light, heavy, and super middleweight.
Okay, so matter of fact, when will you be the next showcasing? When will you be the next fight you got coming at us?
Oh, right now, what I can say is that I have no fight which is coming up.
Right.
The thing is, I've been working with Floyd Mayweather, but I'm done with Floyd Mayweather because he has a fight over the weekend which is coming.
Right.
Right now, I'm working with this guy, Chad Dawson. You know about Chad Dawson?
Okay. Okay, that's
yeah,
good.
Right now, I'm helping Chad Dawson. I'm one of his sparring partner again.
Okay, okay. So we're keeping up with your career, because you're a great fighter. We have photos of you there. You're in the ring actually boxing. We got photos of you. You're standing with Floyd Mayweather himself. You and him together. We got both of you in a photo here, and we're just proud that you're in America. And you're from Eastern. What part of Eastern Africa are you from there?
I'm from Kenya.
Okay, Kenya, Africa. Okay, so America welcomes you with open arms, and thanks for bringing the sport of boxing to America. Your skills are great. You're a great boxer, and it's good. To fluctuate where you can go from super middleweight all the way, to light heavyweight and win in both weight classes. That's great. Your skills are superb skills. And matter of fact, we give a great hand out to Floyd Mayweather and his whole team Mayweather. Saying that's what we are, the whole team. And matter of fact, I put you on with your Facebook and my Twitter there, so we'll be sending and sharing photos of our videos of sparring, okay? I've actually sent my new sparring session to you, 15 Mayweather, so check out my new sparring session there with my own personal sparring partner, the Thunder out of West Virginia, Roanoke, Virginia, Rob Morton. So, it's good out there, and we're bringing the sport of boxing back to America. And matter of fact, all foreigners have all the belts. The heavyweight belts are all by foreigners, Russians, Germans, and Ukrainians. So
we got to get the Rottweiler bout with the Klitschko. What do you think, Douglas? Is there any possibility that those Klitschkos are avoiding the Rottweiler here?
Oh, the Klitschko brothers.
Right. We want that.
Yeah,
we
I
want
think
that
the
belt
Klitschko
back
brothers, they never get someone who's going to give them a big challenge. And what I know, the way I saw Big Jeff, I think Big Jeff is the main opponent who can give them the good challenge.
Right. Because I got something good for you.
Yeah. So what I can tell Jeff is that he better stay in good shape, and maybe what he can do, he can call them up and maybe face them for any title fight.
Right. And that's why, right, matter of fact, that's why I'm saying I got my sparring good now. There's no more headgear for me. I'm real good. I'm showing my elusiveness, my agility, and also my quick hand speed, also my good footwork. So I'm in and out, and I'm throwing good punches. So I got it out there for the fans to see. We're right here in Ohio with Don King, the promoter. Matt out here at the Don King camp in Orwell, Ohio. So we're right here with great.
Yeah, and then another thing, maybe what you can do, because you are there in Ohio, and over here I still have no manager. Maybe you can hook me up, get me some promoter, someone who can get me some fights. Even sometimes I can come and fight in Ohio.
Okay.
And I think that one can be a good idea.
Okay, right. So we have promoters here. As a matter of fact, we got promoters right here that I can get in contact with over the week, during the week here. Douglas, as a matter of fact, they'll give you a call, okay? And like we said, we got the Orwell, Ohio has the Don King camp here, and then we have also our own super middleweight. He has his own gym here. That's Amari Braxton. He does a good. As a matter of fact, he just did a show with him, the Roy Jones Jr. card. That was at the Monterio Casino here in West Virginia, right next door to Ohio. It's the state of West Virginia. We got great boxing here. We have great people who know the inside scoop on boxing. Matter of fact, matter of fact, Ray Austin's a former trainer at Romeo Corner. Romeo Corner, he's had a great insight here in boxing in the state of Ohio and all over the world. He has a champion now, our own Michael Moore. Mike Moore here in Ohio has the Ohio belt. So he's the trainer of champions of Romeo Corner, and also we can introduce you over to Amari Braxton, who's a super middleweight himself, light heavyweight boxer. So we're going to stay in contact with each other, and we're going to keep each other right there and stay in the gym like we do and stay in tip-top shape and bring it to them hard and go for the win at all times. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I appreciate that you called me in and we're holding an interview. And matter of fact, to your country of Africa, we just send a lot of love from the state of Ohio, the United States of America, and also the state of Ohio and all over America, And
all right, thank you so much.
And there's so much support for Team Mayweather. Matter of fact, you have so many teams. You got the Roy Jones Jr. camp, you got Ray Leonard's camp, you have a Golden Boy with Oscar's camp. So there's so many camps. And Evander Holyfield's doing something still. We got Pernell Wicker. These guys are still out there. There's a lot of boxing still out there that we just get together and people get together and bring heavy boxing back like it should be, and we'll get those belts from Klitschko and any other foreigners that have the belts. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we aim to do. Right, So we're gonna stay in touch, and as soon as we get promotions, we get them in touch with you. And we've got a good record. We've seen your sparring session. We've actually seen you in real fighting. So Douglas, I'm glad that we met with you, and I'm glad you called. And matter of fact, this taping, what we're doing right now, we'll send to your page in the morning. You can actually see the live coverage, what's happening right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll send this video right here. This is the 28th. The 28th. Today is April 28th. We'll sign your show, and we'll send it to you, and it'll be a video right tomorrow morning, right to your page, the Douglas Artino boxing page. Okay, and Team Mayweather.
Okay, appreciate it.
Okay, is there anybody you'd like to say hello to while you're on the air, back home in Africa or here in America? Is there anyone you'd like to say special hello to, or thanks? Anyone you'd like to say hello to?
All right.
You have family back home in Africa that you say hello to?
Hello.
We're all over the world, right? We're all in Russia. I'm everywhere. Italy, you know what I'm saying? I'm in Salamam. I'm in South Africa, Cape Cod, South Africa. So we're there right in Africa. So thanks a lot for calling in, Douglas. Okay. And,
Okay, thank you.
The Ready Rubber Show, and all here in Ohio and Extreme Sports Talk. We got your support, and we support Team Mayweather. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready, and I'll be ready for any kind of Rumble show which will gonna happen anytime.
Okay. Matter of fact, we'll be right there. And like I say, anytime we do a show, we'll log it, send you a copy right to your page. Okay.
All right, no problem.
All right, thank you.
Anybody you want to give a shout out to, Douglas, back home in Africa or anything while we got you on the air? Anybody you want to say hello to?
No, he says he just want to stay, keep his focus, keep your mind focused right now, and stay right to boxing. Right, Douglas?
Okay, right.
Okay, so yeah, we'll stay in touch with you, and this won't be the last time you hear from us. We'll give you another call, okay? We'll call you back.
Okay, no problem. Anytime.
Okay, Ready Rumble will always follow you, okay? Good luck in your career.
Okay, good luck. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks. Take it easy, my man.
Okay,
right.
okay.
Yeah,
Bye.
Bye.
Douglas Artinio, all the way from the...
He's Kenya, Africa.
And now he's in where?
He's at Las Vegas, Nevada, in Team Mayweather.
Well, 32-8 is a pretty good record, don't you think?
Yes, because and then he's fluctuating. He's super middleweight, then he goes back up to light heavyweight. So he's fighting in two rankings, two weight.
How much weight you talking about there? What's the differential
like
there?
a 15 pounds. You're like a 165 to 175. You start light heavyweight at 175, then you drop down, fluctuate down to a 165 super middleweight. He's wrapped there. Just different.
He looks like he's in good shape, Jeff.
Yeah, he's in great shape. He's a good fighter. He attacks, and he keeps his fundamentals are great. He's a great boxer. You know what I'm saying? And back, I want to say one thing. I missed one of my big heavyweights. My own cousin, Big Will Purdue. He's late. Will Purdue. He passed away. He was what I am, a security bouncer, and he worked at the Cleveland club called Togo. But he was a great heavyweight. He loved the Blue Magic to be in Detroit, Michigan, the casino. That's where he was a casino boxer from Cleveland to Detroit, Michigan. Big Will Purdue. He's my first cousin, so he was a great boxer also, and he didn't take advantage of the amateurs. He needed his own professional to do his thing with. So Cleveland, Ohio, and all over the world, the Radio Rama Show loves all of you, and thanks for calling in. And always watch us every Sunday night from 8 to 9, and we're being great in sports and boxing and all other sports also. So what we got now, also coming up today, now we got an interview with the SMS promotion boxer 50 Cent, real name Curtis Jackson, will be going into his career with his venture, his own boxing promoting company, and his stable, the boxers that he's already has. Curtis Jackson, much of us known as 50 Cent, the rapper, his SMS boxing promotions. And then now, next when we come back, we're going right into what we've been waiting for, the Emmanuel Stewart life story of Emmanuel Stewart from Kronk's Gym in Detroit. So just sit back. There's a lot of boxing coming. There's going to be some photos there. We're going to talk about the NBA, the playoffs round one. Who's going to be leading? We're going to cover that. Then also the Cleveland Browns did their draft. We draft for this season Friday for the NFL. So we got who the Browns picked, and then we're also going to do a study on the Cleveland Indians. What's going on with the Indians also.
When we come back from this next break, we're going all the way back down to Rome, Georgia.
Right, we're going back to Rome, Georgia. Yeah, when I was Jeffrey the Giant boxing for the Rome Boxing Gym in Rome, Georgia, and then we're speaking right there with the Rome boxing people in the state of Rome, the city of Rome in the state of Georgia. So that'd be great. So it's an action-packed day. It's a full day. And we started off, like I said, with 4-1. 4 gyms at Zelma George of the Empire Boxing, Thurgood Marshall Boxing, and also Zelma George Boxing. And then our last was Greatest Boxing, which is Corey's Boxing off East 105th. And we call it 10-5. We'll be right back. Holler at your boy, Big Jeff the Rottweiler. I'll be right back at you. Okay. Welcome back to the beautiful five-star city of Cleveland, Ohio, with your main man and Mr. Cleveland, Ohio himself, the Rottweiler, Big Jeff Woods, coming at you with heavy punch to the chin. As I check my gold rollie, it's time again to get out of town and connect from the state of Ohio to the state of Georgia. On the phone now from the city of Rome, Georgia, our main man, Big Chris James. Hey, Chris, what's happening?
What's going on, man?
Okay, I told you to connect. What we got, boxing is back in the world. Boxing season, and we connect from the state of Ohio to the state of Georgia. And matter of fact, we're in the city of Rome, Georgia. So how's it going? How's the weather in Georgia? Rome. It's hot down there.
It's going great, buddy.
Okay, we're mild here in Cleveland, Ohio. We like the 50s and 60s, but we're getting the winter is over. You know what I'm saying? We're happy. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, we're talking great boxing. We're bringing boxing back to America, getting those belts from the heavyweight to Klitschko's. I put out the new heavy punch to the chin with my own sparring partner. Have you checked it out? My sparring session. Have you seen my new sparring session I got out there with James, my main man, Rob Thunder from Morton? Have you checked me out?
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Okay, am I living up to the name of Rottweiler? Am I looking good like the Rottweiler should be?
Right.
So I'm coming real mean and vicious at you without my head. I need no protection now. I'm coming heavy and I'm doing like it should be. So that's where it is now. So I'm coming straight for the Klitschko's in any fight I got now. So, I was once there in Rome, Georgia. When I boxed for the Rome, Georgia boxing team, then the Royal Health Spa. There's 2 gyms in Rome, matter of fact. And that's what I trained the deal. I was trying to deal with the Roy Fortune there. His son, Lee, now is the captain of the police. Is that correct? The Fortunes?
Yep, that's true.
Okay, so we're all boxers out of the city of Rome and Rome, Georgia. And, there's a connection that, matter of fact, to Cleveland and to Rome and the state of Ohio and the state of Georgia, we all have great boxers. I've been that way. I fought in the state games there in the Georgia Tech Arena. I represent the city of Cleveland, and we shine like a diamond, like I said, and it was great gold medals and everything. So, I really say hello out to the city of Rome and box now, and I still everything I do, I represent and remember Rome, Georgia, because it's a great city, and it helped me get my career and the great boxer I am today. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, true.
Okay, so the Rome Health Spa still does boxing and MMA. They had MMA fighters and professional fighters out there, and then the captain of the police department, he was a champion, Lee Fortune. He made his title shots, and his father Roy was there. And also my trainer was Ronnie Stansberry. That was at the Rome, right on Broad Street, the Rome Boxing Club itself with Ronnie Stansberry there. He was a great trainer also. Boxing. Then you had Fort Benning, Georgia, right there. And then you have the Marine base right there in Rome, Georgia, right there on Martha Berry Highway, right there. Right. So we went heavy to the chin there with the Marines. They were some great guys, and we, if you needed any sparring, you go right there on Martha Berry to the Marine base, and they give you some sparring. You know what I'm saying? So boxing is good, and boxing is alive in the state of Georgia, and especially in the city of Rome. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, I'm glad you called in, because it's a action-packed day here on my Radio Rumble show. We already did. We had our health center, our rec center, here with the, I caught 4 gyms in one there. And then we did the special here on we're about to do with Manuel Stewart, from Kronk's Boxing Gym. We're about to do a special on Emmanuel Stewart. And then we got the rapper 50 Cent, who has his now promotion called SMS Boxing. And we're going to do something on him today. You know what I'm saying? So, and we just talked with the team Mayweather boxer, Douglas Artenio, light heavyweight, super middleweight. So it's a good day for all who love boxing and just sports to tune on in to the Ready Rumble show. You understand what I'm saying? My main man, Chris. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you're my cousin. Hello?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So tell all the family I say hello in Georgia, and I love all of them. Now, be there, be back and forth like I always have, come down to Georgia and visit all my family, Rome and Atlanta, and all parts of Georgia, okay? And tell you what's our homegirl, Buffy the Body, okay? Yeah, our homegirl, Buffy the Body, yeah, in Athens, Georgia, okay? She's really hot. Everyone's crazy about Buffy, too. You're coming from Georgia, okay? So I'm glad you called in, and it's been a great thing. You call in anytime, any Sunday. I'm always on 8 to 9, okay?
I do it, man.
Tell Rome, Georgia, we love them from Cleveland, Ohio. So much love in heavyweight boxing, all sports of boxing. Like I said, this is a show for all the men, the women, and the young men, okay? And we can talk about any sports. We go to basketball. Then we got other current event segments, and in politics. We speak on politics also. It's really a reality sports show that I'm running here, the Ready to Rumble, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so tell your wife and family I say hello, and your mom and dad love all of you, okay?
Hey, I will definitely do it, man.
Okay, yeah, and stay in tune with the show always, every Sunday, all right? Love you. Take care.
I love you too, sir. You take care.
All right, now. Okay, we're back at you. All right, take it easy. Okay, now we're back with the special on Emmanuel Stewart. Okay, the life and great of Emmanuel Stewart. So, what we know, we lost a great one here in the boxing world, but we love him forever. That's Emmanuel Stewart, and that was in October, 2012 here. Emmanuel Stewart. He was born in 1944, and we know he has 41 world champions. So we'll just go to his list of fighters first before we go really into him and his story. Here's a list of his fighters that he had trained. And matter of fact, it's a list made of 15 to 20 fighters. He had Dennis Andrews, Wilfred Benitez, Julio Cesar Chavez was one of his fighters. Kermit Kintron, Miguel Cotto, Chad Dawson, Oscar De La Hoya, Dominic Dalton, Dasim Hamid, Tommy Hearns, Evander Holyfield, John David Jackson, Kilmer Kenty, Ole Clemson, Waldemar Klitschko, Lennox Lewis, Michael Moore, Oliver McCall, Mike McComb, Slide Vanderpool, Milton McCory, Stephen McCory, Gerald McKellen, Miguel Gonzalez, Jimmy Paul, Garcia Rakananati, Jermaine Taylor, Dwayne Thompson, James Tony, Lightside Tony, Rego Gambogo, and William K. Man Lee, and finally Andy Lee. They were all boxers trained by the great Emmanuel Stewart. So, the world, he's always remembered. He has mounted that. Matter of fact, he's also, it's a must that he's in the Hall of Fame in Catskill, New York. He is there. And matter of fact, he was his own fighter, too. He did amateur. He was at the welterweight. He had total fights of 97 wins and just 3 losses in his career. He was in Chicago, Illinois, where he passed away. He was born in West Virginia, Bottom Creek, West Virginia, in 1944. His nickname was Manny Stewart, and so he was a great man. He's always remembered the Kronk's Gym in Detroit. He did a lot of great things for the city of Detroit, and he created the Brewster Recreation Center, and George Lewis and Eddie Bush trained up that way. So he's a great boxer, and the boxing world will just always remember Emmanuel Stewart, and we'll always do our best and great boxers and great.
Man, he trained a lot of guys, huh, Rottweiler?
Yes, he trained a lot of fighters. Emmanuel Stewart, he did, and matter of fact, in 2012, he took on Waldemar Klitschko, and he became Klitschko's trainer there for the fight. Matter of fact, he had Klitschko when Klitschko did the title shot here with our guy, Ray Austin there was at that fight there too. So we miss him, and he will love him forever. And we always remember the great trainer, and we learned from him and our great trainers. Okay, and Matt, we remember when Thomas Hearn he fought Marvin Hagler. He was there for that fight too, and Ray Lynch these fights. And Emmanuel was great there, and he was a great boxer. He was a father, and he had kids also. He was also a married man, so he's a great guy, and that's why we did a special tribute today, tribute to him, and we just don't want, that's what this special is all about, keeping boxing alive and bringing boxing back to America, you know what I'm saying? And Emmanuel Stewart, he's a great one. In Kronk's Gym, they had a great stay when they had Michael Moore, and they went up that way in the Julio Chambiers, he had 100 fights, he was the one who was going to 100 fights, so he fought the surgeon Frankie Randall out of Tennessee, the surgeon, that he would have stopped the game for 100 straight wins there. So Emmanuel was a great trainer and a fighter himself, and it was. So, thanks for being your support, and thanks for giving us support of boxing. Emmanuel Stewart, the world loves you, and forever we'll remember you. Okay, so boxing fans, that's good there on Emmanuel Stewart. And when we come back, we're also going to get into the 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson, the S&M, and what he's doing there, his promotion. And he's in 2012 up there, he signed a deal with the New York Athletic Commission to get his license and in Nevada, the state of Nevada, in New York City, to do boxing there. And under his name, the real name, Curtis Jackson. He had a stable of fighters here. His fighters he has already on the promotion is Yuri Gambo, is a middleweight contender, Andre Durrell. He has Australian IBF featherweight titles, Billy Dibb, and he also had Callisto Carbo. So he's still out, and he has looking for a bigger stable with his S&M promotion boxing than that of Curtis Jackson. He was once with Mayweather. He was once here with Mayweather. Floyd, they had together, they had combined and started their own promotion in boxing, but he went on his separate way and brought his own venture into the picture, which is called S boxing. So we want to give congratulations to Curtis Jackson. Most of us know it's 50 Cent for bringing boxing still in America. He's a great guy, and we all love the sport of boxing, and we can just keep it what it is, fun and exciting to watch, and safe for all of us. If you get in tip-top shape and respect the game of boxing, just don't cheat yourself. You'll be a great fighter. So it's a great day. We're keeping up with the latest news. There was a fight last night in Las Vegas, and there was fights. There were going to be updates on that. There's so much coming at us, and there's still women boxers. Also a Cleveland lady boxer. We have Lisa Copenhagen. She's on the west side there, Michael J. Zone. She's a great female boxer in Cleveland. There was a write on her in the String of Sports Talk News, and she's a great female fighter that throws heavy to the chin, and she's still pretty in the face. She knows her defense, which is movement, and her quickness of her hands. So we do great boxing there and here, and female boxing, respect them in MMA, and we love heavyweight boxing, any weight class of boxing. Just don't do heavyweights. We do it all, the welterweights, the flyweights, even the bantamweight and strawweights, they get recognition and notice here on the Rumble show. So we're going to give a great round of applause again for Curtis Jackson, for bringing away the SMS boxing promotion, because he is out looking for him some fighters, because he's right now, his stable may just be close to 10 to 15 fighters. He's looking for more boxers. So if you're a boxer, you're great, you can get in touch.
Where's he working out of, Big Jeff?
He's working out of Las Vegas and New York City. He has to
So he's got two places.
Yeah, he has two places. He's doing his thing there. He has a license there in Vegas and New York City. He's open for discussion, or if you videos to show him that you're a great boxer and you would be a good addition to his promotion boxing stable. That would be good to get in touch with Curtis Jackson. And you can follow him, that's all we do, through the social media. And, like I did, follow him through the social media, either Facebook, Twitter, or even just email. And you'll be able to get in touch with 50 Cent to Curtis Jackson with his S boxing promotion. So, life is good there for him. Life is good for all of us here in boxing, But, like I say, I'm just happy that it's still good there for me. It's always been there. I learned from the best here in Cleveland, And then I met a lot of trainers. I've been with, Bobby Cachetti. I've been with the Cachetti brothers, Bobby and Richie. That's coming later in my month in May. I'll be doing a special documentation on the Cachetti brothers, Bobby and Richie Cachetti. And they've had their share of heavyweight champions. They've had Kelly Palvick, Mike Tyson, Larry Holmes, and Ernie Shavers. They had a great boxer, big Harry Terrell. They are great trainers there. The Cachetti brothers up the west side of Cleveland. They had me there as an amateur. Well, that's why I actually met Elijah Dixon. They even had Elijah Dixon on Cleveland's heavyweight, and Leroy Seals. I met them there, Leroy Seals and Elijah Dixon, when I was a young amateur. And I also met Jose Rivera. He was there with Gia Jetties. They were great guys, and they still are, Bobby and Richie. So that'll be coming in my May, because, matter of fact, this is the last day show in the month of April. So it's, once again, it's birthday shout-outs to the Aries and Taurus for the month of April. This is the month of April, and that's the astrology sign, Aries and Taurus. So happy birthday to all of you, men and women, boys and girls alike. So, but in May, next month, it'll be a beautiful time where we do a special documentation for the Cachetti brothers here, Bobby and Richie, in their great career, and how they are great boxers. They train and create champions, that'll be good. Then we're still on West Side Boxing. We're doing Cadell, Rex Center, Michael J. Zone. We'll also be right there with the West Side Boxing Gym on Myers and 25th and Myers, and also Gary Harback. Gary Harback's a great one. He's on the 25th there, on West 25th, and there's somewhere on Sackett over there. They're doing some heavy punches to the chin, teaching the fundamentals and also the greatness of boxing. We have so many more gyms we're going to. We're going to East Cleveland, Ohio, to Shaw Civic Center to meet the great Johnny Sappho. Johnny Sappho does boxing there. And we're also going to be right at Corey's. We're coming back Corey's to meet Coach Dave and Coach Ty. They're on the 105th. We call it 10-5 at Corey's Boxing. And we'll be there, too, to do interviews there. And then Glenville Rec. We'll be at Glenville's Rec. That's coming at us. And we also have old school boxing on Perkins Avenue. We'll be coming right there. They're doing heavy stuff there. Nice shots to see coming at you, in the sport of boxing. Will be coming by there. And then we'll also be going to other boxing gyms in Huff Harlem. Huff Harlem will be at the Salvation Army there with Clinton Martin, his boxing there at the Salvation Army Center in the Huff Harlem area of Cleveland, Ohio. That's 69th and Huff. So we'll be coming out there. They're throwing heavy shots there too, mean punches coming at you real fast. Real skillful boxers, you know what I'm saying? We got them coming, okay, and we'll be meeting boxers, trainers again, like Bob Davis. He'll be there, trainer Bob Davis, and we'll be other trainers that's around. Johnny Duncans, he's been there, and Shorts are out there, and there's a lot of boxers out there that's still out there that are helping bring the boxing sport of boxing into, what I'm saying? And we love boxing here. And matter of fact, we'll be up in Akron, Ohio with Good Shepherds. We all love Good Shepherd boxing there. Then the Akron west side of Akron, so we'll be making a trip up there to do an interview and photos and sparring sessions up to Good Shepherd boxing on Akron's west side. So there's so much boxing there. And Youngstown, Ohio has good boxing. As all Canton, Ohio has great boxing. There's boxing all best boxing season, and even if you have to make it to Cincinnati, Ohio, to do some boxing. Columbus, they're great fighters that way too. And like I said, it's a great show for the whole family. Just log in and tune in and just enjoy sports of boxing. But like I said, we start off with boxing, then we just go off into the other sports that we may brush over. So I'm glad you tuned in. I'm glad my show is a success, ready to rumble. And my history of boxing is great because I'm a boxer myself. Like I say, we all get tired of just seeing muscle pictures, guys with muscles just standing there with gloves. Can we push play and see if the guy really can do what he say? Be right back. Holla at your boy, Big Jeff Woods, the Rottweiler, Cleveland, out. Okay, you're back at me. Ready to rumble. So Big Jeff Woods, Rottweiler, Mr. Cleveland, Ohio himself. Okay, come back with our last 15 minutes segment of the show. So we're going to do a good little last 15 minutes, and I'm glad you tuned in, but tune in next Sunday too. Every Sunday from 8 to 9, okay? Matter of fact, we're going to take right now time out for the religious segment, and thank God, and because today is Sunday, we all love God, and that's to all the religions of choice, especially here in Ohio.
Thank you, Jesus.
Right, the Jehovah's Witnesses, the Baptists, the Muslims, the Jews, all of them. Like I say, we have the Vatican News, there was a segment named the Day of Reconciliation. Will there ever be a day that heaven and hell will become back friends of God and the devil? Will there ever be a day of reconciliation, will God and him, the devil himself, become back at peace with one another? So, that's been speculation in the Vatican News in Rome, that day of reconciliation where there is no sin on earth at all. There's only peace and love. So, hey, man, to all the Christians, and thanks for being Christian in our lives. As a matter of fact, Zelma, Georgia is also in the Mount Pleasant area, the gym that I did the special on this day. So thank God for that too. The Mount Pleasant area, the Christian people there in the Mount Pleasant also, that's where the Zelma George Boxing Center and the Recreation Center is also there. So keep faith in God, and everyone love God, because everyone should love God, and we all wish for that day of reconciliation, that God, there's just peace on the world, no sin. Okay, thanks. Now we're going to move into also people who are behind boxing and support boxing and put it out there. Once again, we have special thanks out to the ESPN Friday Night Fights, Golden Boys Promotions, Fox Sports Boxing, the Boxing Hall of Fame in Catskills, New York, Don King's Boxing, the Night of Heavyweights, and also the Orwell Camp, Don King's Boxing Camp, Roy Jones Jr.'s Camp, Team Mayweather Camp, the Ray Leonard's Camp, the 2016 U.S. Olympic team that's coming at us out in Colorado Springs. They are straight out to them, our armed forces, Air Force, Navy, Marines, and also the National Guards, and also here in Cleveland, King's Gym in Cleveland, Ohio, in Aurora, Ohio, the King's Boxing Gym. I want to give a special thanks out to them. And also today they're all coming up the arthritis, people who walk and exercise, We're going to, in Cleveland, that's going to be on the Saturday, May 4th. This is the Walk for Arthritis, but we care about our elderly people here in Ohio and all over the world, that they do their walk and exercise. And we also have here for the Walk for Diabetes, the Swim for Diabetes. The last day was today here in Cleveland, Ohio. They swim for diabetes. It was from April 26th to the 28th there, and it was done here from our Channel 19 News. Okay, so we also care about our elderly and our people with diabetes, and and the older people they all over the world, that they do their exercises and take care of themselves, because we all love our grandmothers and grandfathers. Okay, and elderly. So our arthritis walking and swim for diabetes is great too. And there's also a lot of people I like to thank from making my Radio Rumble show a success before we go into the NBA and the basketball, and also the Cleveland Browns draft picks. So we'll take it real quick. Like I said, my show is a success because of my man behind my sound, my music man. He's a great man. That's the well-known DJ Julio Toller. He's a great man, my music man. I really thank him for my sound and also my music. They keep my show a success, and bring me alive where I'm able to talk to my fans all over the world. And then the man behind my video and my filming, LG, Larry Glickens from String Sports Talk. He's a great man that has to make sure that I'm there with my filming and the footage is there clear. If you can see me clearly and hear me loud and clear, that's great. So thanks. There's a lot of people there behind me, and I'm my own sports writer, my own reporter. I got to write my own story. And I do my own thing there, like Perry Como and Frank Sinatra. So I'm out every week out on the field. I'm at different gyms, and I'll be at a gym near you and a rec center near you to do an interview. And, there's I'm not picky. You don't have to be a certain person to do an interview with me. I'll say hello to you, take a photo, and give you a great build-up and the truth, and put you on the show. And you can even come on and you talk to me on a live interview over the phone. So, Radio Rumble Show is great for you, and we cover basketball, football, and also boxing, because I'm an athlete myself, and a bodybuilder. So, thank all of you in the state of Ohio and all of you around the world for tuning in and logging into me on the internet television network through String Sports Talk, the Radio Rumble Show. So thanks a lot, and thank God for all of you and all my guests that have been on. Thanks a lot also. And also, let's don't forget on May 11th with Tommy the Quick Hand Hillis, who was here on the show from Earl B. Turner's Boxing Gym. That's the Battle in the Ballroom. That'll be on the May 11th on 65th in St. Clair, number 9. That'll be the number 9 battle show, and we're all going to be supporting Tommy the Quick Hand Hillis. He's a good guy, and with his trainer J.B. Bailey. So, we're all waiting on them.
He looked pretty good, Jeff. I think he's in great shape.
Right. Matter of fact, they'll be back on the show after May 11th to see for the outcome. Plus, we'll be there at the Battle Ballroom to support Tommy and Quick Hand Tommy, and also his trainer, J.B. Bailey, okay? So that's coming out as the next fight coming in Cleveland, Ohio, in the Battle May 11th, okay? So now we're going to get also, thanks a lot for all who love boxing, women, men, and MMA. wrestler. The MMA champ was Jay Rankins here in Ohio. Thanks to MMA too. That's a great sport to get into now. In our colleges, we also, as a matter of fact, I was at the Case Western Reserve College yesterday. They had a college picnic day at Case Western Reserve. So hello to Case Western, Cleveland State, Kent State, Ohio State, all the colleges of the world. Like I said, once again, you all guys and girls and gals are all inspiration to life. It's your tomorrow's leaders and employers. As a matter of fact, just people to follow, and footsteps to follow, and role models, the college students. Hey, man, and thank God for all the college students. So let's move right on into the NBA, the playoff finals, round one. And what we got, we're going to give you the series, who's winning and who's about to be swept. And what now we're going to Eastern Conference, where we got Miami Heat and Milwaukee Bucks. Miami Heat is up 3-0. One more, and the Bucks are gone. And this is the first round, the Eastern round. So Miami is up 3-0 in those series. Also in the New York,
I can see LeBron getting another ring. How about you?
Right, LeBron should repeat again, because what he's doing here to Milwaukee is, a sweep. If he won more, it's over for the Bucks, and so it looks like LeBron will repeat. And they also have Ray Allen there with him now from the Boston Celtics, so they got a four-way threat at you coming at you. And then we move right into the next team, the New York Knicks, that have the Celtics down. They're back against the wall. It's 3-0 there. One more, and the Celtics are over. The New York Knicks are up 3-0. So they, Celtics have to come back, because they had the first big three. That was the guys Rondo and those guys there. They're down now 3-0. So we come on back. So now the Pacers are 2-1 with the Hawks in that series. That's a 2 in round one. The Indiana Pacers are up 2-1 game against the Atlanta Hawks. And so that's a good series also that's coming in round one of the NBA. And then we also, the last in the East Conference, Chicago Bulls and the Brooklyn Nets. Chicago Bulls are 3-1. So Chicago Bulls are 3-1 to the Nets. One more win, and that's over 2. So wish the Nets come right back and win some more of those games for the Brooklyn Nets. But Chicago does lead that series 3-1. Now we go right western coast. To the West Coast, we have the Oklahoma Thunder. And that's shady for the Rockets. They're up 3-0.
How about that OKC Thunder playing without Westbrook, who tore his meniscus the other day, man, and he's out for the rest of the year. He had to get knee surgery.
Right.
I knew that Oklahoma City Thunder was a tough team coming into these playoffs, man.
Right, they were, and it's showing that way. It's showing because they're 3-0 over the Rockets. The Rockets are down 3-0, and the Thunder's up 3-0. So let's see what the Rockets do, because Game 4 is on the way. Okay, and then we move right to the San Antonio Spurs. As always, they're like there's someone to watch. They've got the Lakers down 3-0. The Lakers have not won a game.
That's a Kobe Bryant list.
Right.
Los Angeles. You think Kobe can come back from a Achilles injury next season, Big Jeff?
I think he can. Kobe's a great athlete. He knows how to heal himself, and he knows the right ointments and ailments that take to heal his muscle and his tendon. So it'll be another Kobe coming right back as healthy and strong again. But right now he's down 3-0. His team is down 3-0.
So we can look forward. The Lakers fans can look forward to seeing Kobe Bryant back on the floor in L.A. for the 2014 season, huh?
Yeah, they'll see Kobe again. Kobe is a good guy. He'll be right back. He'll heal up overnight, and he'll be right back again. It's a sensation that he is a sensational basketball player. So we give a lot of support out. I hope the Lakers just don't get swept because they don't have Kobe. There got to be someone else that can hold up and be a clutch guy or the guy to go to. But right now they're down 3-0 to the San Antonio Spurs. Then we move to the Golden State Warriors. They're up 2-1 on the Nuggets. So that's a series there. Golden State is up 2-1 on the Nuggets. So that game too is coming. Game 4 will be coming out shortly also. So we get look out on that for the Nuggets and the tied up to a 2-2, which is already tied up on this our last but least is the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies and the Clippers. That's a 2-2 series. They're both the Memphis Grizzlies and the LA Clippers are both tied at 2. So that's I got Blake Griffin. He's doing his thing. He's 1-2. He had won 2-0. So now he's down 2-2. So that we're gonna wish them luck, and also to see the Clippers and the Grizzlies play it off in the Game 5. Okay, so that's what's happening now in round 1 of the playoffs in the NBA. And then we're going to back to baseball. We're just gonna do what we're doing here in Cleveland town. The 8-3 Indians. They're in bottom place in the Central of the American.
8-13.
8-13, right? Indians, but they're in bottom of the day. But they had a doubleheader today. They lost round 1 to the team they're playing today, and that's the
Kansas City Royals.
Kansas City Royals, and then Game 2 is on right now. So Game 2 is on.
They got blown out 9-0 in Game 1 today,
right,
man. We got a problem with our offense and hitting good pitching, Jeff.
Right.
How are we going to turn that around, man?
Right now we're gonna have this make for the All-Star break and see what we're gonna do there. You know how to do trades during the middle of the season. During the season, you can get a trade, and just fill out what
So
we
you're
got.
thinking we need some more hitters, is what you're thinking?
Yeah, some more hitters and see what we got going as the season goes on, season progresses. We see what we got with the Indians, but we're still diehard Indian fans, So we go try it, So right now, they're doing what they're doing, but we know it gets better as time goes on.
A lot of games left. A
Right,
lot of games left.
A lot of games going for the Indians, so they're still out there, still our number one team here in the state of Ohio, the Cleveland Indians, and just in the American League itself. Okay, and now we're gonna go to it was Friday was the NFL draft, and the Cleveland Browns. We're speaking on Cleveland Browns and who they came out with in the draft. And it was pretty good. They really went defense this time. The Cleveland Browns. And they got a Leon McFadden from San Diego State, and he's a defensive back. He's number one draft pick.
Man, we needed one of them too, didn't we?
Yes, Leon McFadden.
Joe Hayden has somebody that maybe can give him a little bit of help back there in the secondary this year.
Right, so Leon McFadden done his thing there. He went from San Diego State, and matter of fact, in San Diego State, a former Cleveland Browns football quarterback was Brian Sipe. Brian Sipe was the coach up there, the quarterback coach for San Diego State, and he was with the Cardiac Kids there of Cleveland, Ohio, the Cardiac Cleveland Brown. Brian Sipe, he's up there, the coach. Okay, so then we go right here. Our second draft pick was Bartavian Mango. Bartavian Mango, he's a defensive end. He's a 2-2, he's a 2-1 guy. He's a defensive end and a linebacker. And he's from LSU. And as a matter of fact, he says his mom was a little afraid that she didn't think he would make it in the NFL, but he did. He's a 2-1 guy. He can play either the defensive end or linebacker. So that's he's now part of the Cleveland Browns.
Likes to eat those quarterbacks. He's like the Rottweiler eating his opponent.
Right. So he's
going right through that opponent.
Yeah, Bartavian Mango. So congratulations to him for making the NFL to the Cleveland Browns. Okay, so everything's been just fine, and it's almost time to wrap it up for the day's Ready to Rumble show. And I'm glad you all tuned in. And like I said, we'll always keep an exciting show for you, okay? And it's all next Sunday, same time, 8 to 9 p.m. We either do online interviews or have guests put in. I'll let you know during the week through social media what's coming up. But like I said,
the fans are more than welcome to call in.
Call in, fans. The hotline. 672-4300. Okay, and we're gonna bless the Power Glove again because I have my video out there, my new heavy punches to the chin, my own personal sparring partner, Tough from Roanoke, Virginia. Pink Gloves for the women. It has my big thunder man, Rob Morton. So I got my own sparring partner, and I'm coming at you. Take a look at it on my own Ready to Rumble Facebook page. You go directly to me. So I'll see you next week, and love all you. Come back and Rottweiler, Big Jeff Woods, 5-star, beautiful city, Cleveland, Ohio. We out.